Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another live stream. And I thought I'd jump on here tonight and answer some questions. And I know I didn't give you guys any advance notice, and I apologize for that. But sometimes that's the way it is. You don't. Sometimes you just don't get, uh, or I don't get the opportunity to. Give you guys advance notice. But I'm here. Hopefully, we'll get some people on. Looks like people are starting to come in to the chat, so that's nice. And I think I want to touch on do you really want financial freedom? And are you really uh, ready to pay the price? Because there is a price, right? And when I mean price, I'm really talking about delaying gratification on things that we want, because we live in an instant gratification society, at least here in the United States. And financial freedom is sort of contradictory to that, right? Because in order to get financial freedom, you got to give up something. You got to give up some stuff, now in order to have everything you want later. So, do you really want financial freedom? That's a question you got to answer. You got to ask yourself that, right? And then the second part of that question is, am I willing to pay the price in order to get that financial freedom? So think about that. We'll touch on that a little bit more here in the live chat. I'm probably going to go about 30 minutes. Looks like I'm about 2 minutes into it right now. So let's jump in and let's see. Looks like we got about 100 people in the chat right now, just starting this thing. Let's see who we got in here. I'm going to do a couple shout outs if I can pronounce the names. I got Big Dog. Appreciate you stopping by. I got Augustus Davis dropping in the chat. I got Paul P. I got Julian Hill. I got Juliet Brown. And I want to shout out Juliet because Juliet did a 1-hour financial mentoring and coaching session with me. And, we spent a good solid hour on the phone talking about her financial situation. And then what I do, guys, is I give suggestions, right? I give feedback and suggestions based on my 25 years of experience around investing in real estate, investing in the stock market, building businesses, working with hundreds of business customers as a commercial banker, helping them build their businesses. So I do have a skill set around all this stuff that I talk about on the YouTube channel. And Juliet was gracious enough to sign up for one of those sessions. And hopefully she got what she was looking for. I believe she did based on our conversation. And she continues to follow up with me, guys, whenever she can, right? Through emails, DMs. That's how it is with the financial sessions, guys. We don't just have that one-on-one and then you guys I just put you out there to the wind. No, you're able to connect with me ongoing via email, via Instagram DMs, anytime. Now, it may take a little bit to get back to you. It may be a 24-hour turnaround in some cases because you got to understand, I'm a one-man show. I don't have a team of people answering emails, answering DMs, and responding. I do all of this myself. And guess what? I love it, right? I love what I do. See, I have a passion and a purpose around sharing financial information with people who need it the most, right? There's a lot of people out there that are wealthy, right? But there are also more people out there who are looking and seeking financial information to get them to their pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And those are the people I do these videos for. I do it for that person that says, something, man, I'm 50 years old. I've worked my whole life. And hey, I want something better. Can you help me get that something better? And that's why I do the videos, to help people get whatever they're chasing, right? Whatever your why is, those videos are for that, right? Because see, when I was 26 years old, I had a why. My why was I wanted to be able to take care of my family. and I wanted to be able to take care of me, right? I wanted to be able to do some of the things that I really wanted to do, that I was passionate about, but couldn't do them back then because why? I needed to go get a paycheck. I had to earn money to take care of my family. So I couldn't just, oh, the hell with that. I'm going to go chase my dream. No, ain't no chasing dreams. I did what I had to do until I could afford to chase my dreams. And that's what financial freedom is all about, guys. It's about having the ability to do what you want to do and not have to worry about how you're going to take care of yourself from a monetary standpoint. See, that's freedom, right? Me making $1 million a year working for somebody or working in a business is not freedom. It'll provide a great lifestyle, but it ain't freedom. Why? Because if I don't trade time for that $1 million, guess what? Woo, I don't get the $1 million. I'm going to have to give some time to get that $1 million. So guess what? Whoever is paying me that $1 million, they control my financial destiny. I don't control it. Because if they decide not to pay me that $1 million, guess what? I'm zero. I have no way to take care of myself. I have no way to take care of my family. So that's not financial freedom. It's a good living. It's a great lifestyle, but it's not freedom. Freedom is when you control 100% of your time and you control 100% of your financial destiny. That's freedom, right? And that's what I talk about in these videos. And that's what I talk about in these one-on-one sessions is how do I help you control 100% of your time and control 100% of what? Your financial destiny, right? All right, let me jump into some of these questions because we got them coming. We got about 150 people in the chat right now. So let me jump into some questions here. Hey, Richard, I'm trying to get there. Yes, Elizabeth, Scarborough, keep chasing your greatness. Remember this, you're great. There's nobody else on this planet that's you other than you. There is no twin. There is no, oh, they look just, no. You are unique. You're the only person on this planet that can be you. All you have to figure out is how do you pull that greatness out of you, right? And I believe you can pull it out of yourself. So let's move on here. Let's see, Julian Hill. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? Mr. Fame. Shout out to Los Angeles. Question I have 17 R8 V10 plus. What do you think if I sell now and make 45 profit? Listen, man, if you've enjoyed that R8 and you got an opportunity to put $45,000 in your pocket after you've enjoyed it for the time you've had it and you're comfortable with that, hey, man, I salute you. Sell that thing and take the cash, right? Because we know this won't last. That R8 ain't going to be 45 plus for long. So take the cash. If that 45K, you can take it and do something with it that can change your life, then go change your life, man. We can always get another R8 sometime down the road, right? Hey, Miles Chumley, I appreciate the super chat money, man. Thank you. Let me get to your question. I learned a lot about finances from your videos. I appreciate your hard work and dedication. Salute, brother. Miles, salute to you, man. Hey, I appreciate you trusting me with 10 or 15 minutes of your precious time that you can never get back, right? See, time, guys, what we've already done, that past, our past, see, we can't get that time back. I don't care how much money you got. You can't go back and get it. Just, when Miles watches my videos, when he's done, if he says, something, that was 15 minutes wasted. Guess what? He can never get that 15 minutes back. It's gone. So I appreciate you, Miles, for taking time out of your precious time to spend with me. And hopefully, man, I continue to deliver on my promise of making good, strong content for people that need it the most. Richard, I appreciate all your posts. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey, man, can't stop, won't stop, right? Can't stop, won't stop. Nancy Noel, hey, she called me Robert. My name's Richard, but no problem. I want to start investing, but I don't know how and where to start. Hey, number one place to start, you need a brokerage account, right? See, before I even get to that, let me just make sure I clear this up. Guys, you don't need to know a lot about investing. right? I know there are people that think you need to know everything. You got to have all your T's crossed. You got to have all your I's dotted. You got to know everything inside out. That's false, guys. No, you don't. What you really need is a plan, right? You need a strategic investing plan. Number one thing you need to be figuring out is why would I want to invest? What am I trying to accomplish? What am I trying to accomplish? Okay, let's say you're trying to accomplish over the next 5 years, you want to take your net worth from, $50,000 to $100,000. That's your goal over the next 5 years. Now, what you got to do is you got to figure out, how can I increase my net worth from 50K to 100? What type of investments out there will allow me to increase my net worth? One of those investments is what? The stock market. So now I'm thinking about the stock market, but the stock market is really vast. It's really big. It's made up of many different companies, thousands and thousands and thousands of companies. How do I sift through all these thousands of companies to figure out which ones are the right match for me and what my investment objectives are? Well, here's where index funds come in. Here's where exchange traded funds come in, ETFs. You don't have to be the expert, guys. The work has already been done. You can put your money in an S&P 500 ETF, man. You're talking about the top 500 companies in America, guys. They've already been vetted. It's right there. So see, I don't need to know all 500 companies though. All I need to know is, what is the track record over the last 5 years for the S&P 500 that I'm getting ready to invest in? And if the track record is good, then history tells me that it should hopefully, repeat itself right here in the present and in the future, right? So ETFs and index funds are groups of companies. They're not just one company or two companies or three companies. See, the S&P 500 ETF or S&P 500 index fund, guess what? That's a fund made up of 500 companies, blue chip companies. All the big boy companies in America are in that S&P 500 ETF. Companies like Walmart, Coca-Cola, Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, Exxon, you name it. The top 500 companies are in there. So guess what? As an investor, that's all I need to hear. I don't need to know the balance sheet for all 500 companies in the S&P. I don't need to know what the profit and loss statement said. I don't need to know the forecast for the next 15. I don't need to know all of that. If I believe in those companies, if I believe Amazon is going to be here tomorrow, I invest. If I believe Walmart is going to be here tomorrow, I invest. If I believe Tesla is going to be here tomorrow, I invest. See, guys, that's the problem with a lot of us. That's why a lot of us, we sit on the sideline. Why? Because we think we need to be the expert. No, you don't. You just got to pick solid traditional investments. If you do that, you'll win. And that's what I talk about in my videos, guys. And I try and walk you guys through what I do. I got 3 or 4 investments, man, max. That's it. That's all I got. And I've won over the last 20 years with those 3 to 4 investments. And they're mostly ETFs and index funds and a couple individual stocks. So you don't have to be an expert in the stock market to get started now. The biggest thing you got to do is just take action. You got to set up a brokerage account. And again, you guys know I'm in a partnership with Webull. Why am I in that partnership? Why? Because before I started telling you guys about Webull, guess what I did? I went and signed up myself. And I started using the app myself, the brokerage app, self-directed brokerage app. I started using it. And I like it. It's simple to use. It's right here on this phone. Matter of fact, I'll show you guys my account. It's in the red, but that's okay. I'm a long-term guy. See, there's my Webull account right there. I got about $49,000 in that account. That's my Webull account, guys. So what I'm telling you is I don't tell you guys anything that I don't do myself. You guys notice something about my channel. How many other products do you guys hear me pitching? How many other products? Don't get me wrong, guys. I could pitch hundreds of products. I get emails all the time. all the time. Every day I get at least 10 emails a day, at least 10 DMs a day on Instagram. People asking me to pitch something to my audience. And I've turned them all down except Webull. Why? Because I like Webull. It's simple to use. It's easy to use. You can buy your favorite companies or your favorite stocks, and you can buy ETFs. And you can do fractional share trading. And they don't charge you any monthly or annual maintenance fees. They don't charge you any commissions for trading. So I'm going to continue to promote Webull, guys. And if that's not something you're comfortable with, guess what? Don't sign up. I mean, sometimes when I look at the comment section, it's just I can't do nothing but laugh because I'm thinking you in the comment section complaining about Webull. Guess what, buddy? Don't sign up. It's okay. It ain't gonna end the world. Go somewhere else. But this is my YouTube channel, right? And I determine what I talk about on this YouTube channel. Now, don't get me wrong. I will ask for feedback from you guys because I value your opinion. But once again, it's just an opinion. At the end of the day, it's my channel. So the content that I'm going to put on and the products and services that I refer to you guys right now, it's only one. I don't promote any other products. Why? Because I don't believe in any of the other products. But I do believe in Webull because I've used it. I continue to use it. Right? But any brokerage account, let me straighten this up. Any brokerage account you can use. I don't care if you use Webull or not, right? Any brokerage account you want to use, you need to have a brokerage account. Once you get that brokerage account set up, then you got to get some core investments to put in that brokerage account, right? The number one core investment I believe all of us should have is an S&P 500 ETF, right? Now, you can get that from Vanguard, or you can get it from a variety of other providers. You got to go out on the internet and do your own research on that. All I can tell you guys is what I do. I use Vanguard when I buy ETFs. Now, I buy my ETFs through Webull, I buy my ETFs through Vanguard, and I can buy my ETFs through Merrill Lynch. Those are my three brokerage accounts that I have. My Webull account is my little everyday account. It's quick and easy. Boom, boom, boom. I'm done. But the bulk of my investments in the stock market are done through my Vanguard account. So you can go to Vanguard.com online, open you an account, and go find that S&P 500 ETF. Ticker symbol is VOO, and that's the baseline for your investment portfolio. Is VOO, or the total stock market, which is VTI. Both of those are offered by Vanguard. One of those two, or a combination of those two, should be where 50% of your money goes, guys, that you invest in the stock market. That's my opinion now. You do whatever you want to do. It's your money. But if you're asking me what I do with my money, that's what I do. 50% of it goes there, right? And then 30% of my money that I put into the stock market goes into what I call a sector ETF. Now, if you guys know, we got 12 or 13 different sectors or industries, right? And I like the tech industry. So I go to Vanguard.com and I'll buy Vanguard Information Technology VGT, which is a information technology ETF. Got the top 30, 40, 50 information technology companies in that ETF in the country. MasterCard, Visa, NVIDIA, players like that, big boys, right? That's where I put 30% of my money. So 50% of my money goes into the broader base stock market, right? Which is the S&P 500 or the total stock market. I put 50% of my money there. That's my foundation. I need to build my house on a solid foundation, right? I don't want to build my house on sand. Some of you guys are building your house on sand. Your investments are held up by sand. Why? Because you're speculating. Anybody say something, you chasing it. That's not the way you build wealth, guys. That's how you lose wealth. The way you build wealth is you take a long-term approach to investing. You find traditional, solid, baseline investments that have been around forever, that have a proven historical track record of performance, and that's what you lay down as your foundation. And then on top of that foundation, I use, like I said, a tech ETF, because I believe technology is the future, especially information technology. So 30% of my dollar goes there. And then the last 20% of my dollar goes where? Individual stocks, right? But I only buy individual stocks of companies that I understand, I use, and I believe will be here tomorrow. And for me, it's financial services companies, right? So I buy bank stock. I buy Bank of America. I buy Wells Fargo. Now, a lot of you might say, well, they're not. I mean, listen, man, Bank of America and Wells Fargo are two of the four largest financial institutions in the United States. Trust me, if those two go out of business, our whole financial system will collapse. Go back to 2008. Bank of America didn't fail. Wells Fargo didn't fail. No, they didn't. Why? Because they were built on a solid foundation. I believe they're healthy, strong companies, and they're a vital part of our financial system. So I like banks. You guys don't have to invest in banks. Go find your favorite companies. And when I talk about favorite companies, I'm talking about you should be picking companies that you actually use. Companies that you actually use on a daily basis. Companies that you believe in. Companies that you feel like represent the type of company you're looking for as a consumer, right? So if you like Walmart, you believe in Walmart, you use them every day, they got great products, they offer a great price, you like their customer service. That's what I'm saying, guys. Find the companies that you use, that you like, that you enjoy, and invest in them. Don't be investing in companies you know nothing about because you heard somebody at the water cooler say they made $15 on. Listen, man, invest in things that you know something about. You ain't got to be no expert in it. You just got to like the company. You just got to believe the company will be here tomorrow and they'll be better tomorrow, right, than they are today. That's what you got to do. So let's move on. Cordell, thank you, man. I appreciate the super chat. I know I got some other stuff here. Unfortunately, I don't know how to use the scroll here. Oh, there it is. Diego Garza. Appreciate you, man. I would love joining your Weeble, but I'm from Mexico. I know, man. That's one of the things on Weeble. They don't offer, it's US only right now. Hopefully at some point, I don't know if that'll change. Again, the United States has a whole different regulatory body when it comes to investing than a lot of these other countries. Maybe different in Mexico, but I'm sure there's something in Mexico that's equivalent to a Weeble, or you know what I mean? You just got to figure out in your country what are the self-directed brokerage apps that are online or you can use on your smartphone. Hopefully they got one that you can check out. But you're right. Unfortunately, Weeble is only for America at the moment. Let me see if I missed any other super chats real quick before I move on. Oh yeah, Clear Blue Realty. Thank you, man. Appreciate the super chat. I appreciate you watching the content, and I'm glad you feel it's helpful. Let's keep moving on. Hey, Juliet. Thank you. I appreciate it, Queen. I appreciate you. I appreciate the super chat. And hey, keep chasing your greatness. Guess what? Keep chasing your greatness. Financial freedom is in your future. Keep chasing it. Let's see what we got. Okay, more questions. Let's go, guys. Let's see here. What's up, Richard? My favorite Chicago. Hey, man. Appreciate it. Chicago Bears time was great, man. I appreciate it. It was great playing with Chicago in the early 90s. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful city, wonderful fans. And I enjoyed my 2 years there. Let's see what else we got here. Richard, I love what you're doing in the YouTube community. Appreciate it. Cheap Stocks TV. We got any questions here? Do you invest from a Roth IRA? Roth IRA is what? It's a retirement account. So let me tell you guys what accounts I have. Okay, so I have an IRA, and what that IRA is 401ks from my 25 years in banking. I worked for several different banks. Each bank I worked for, I started up a 401k. Why? Because it was the thing to do. I was chasing financial freedom. And if I can take pre-tax dollars and invest a little bit of money over a long period of time, I knew I could grow my wealth. And on top of that, if I participated in the 401k program at the companies I worked for, they gave me a match. And that match was free money. Richard, you put 4% of your money in and we'll give you another 4% from the company to match it. So that was free money, guys. So I took advantage of those 401ks over the 25 years I worked in banking. Now, when I got out of banking, what I did was I took those 401ks and I rolled them over to Vanguard into an IRA. So the IRA at Vanguard is my first investment vehicle, and that's full of 401k money, right? The second thing that I have is a Roth IRA, which is a post-tax investment, right? So a pre-tax is a 401k, which means the money that you invest in a 401k has not been taxed, right? So it hadn't been taxed yet. You get taxed on it later on down the road. It's called deferred, right? The tax are deferred down the road. So I get taxed on that. All that 401k money has never been taxed. But when I start taking it out later on down the road, it may require me to pay some taxes on it. It depends on what tax bracket I'm in at the time I start taking it out, but it's never been taxed, so I may have to pay some tax on that money. But with a Roth IRA, I've already paid the tax on the money, right? I've already paid the tax out of my regular income. The taxes have already been paid, so I'm taking after-tax dollars, I'm putting in a retirement account, and it grows tax-free. So I take $7,000 a year and I put it in my Roth IRA. That $7,000 has already been taxed. So I put it in the Roth IRA and I put it in what? I put it in S&P 500 VOOG. I put it in total stock market VTI. That's what I put it in. That money grows year after year after year after year. It grows, it grows, it grows. Down the road, if that money has grown to, let's say it grows to $500,000, guess what, guys? In a Roth IRA, I don't pay any taxes on the growth. That's the great thing about a Roth IRA, if you qualify. Now, there are some income restrictions around Roth IRAs, and you need to talk to a CPA or a tax person to make sure you qualify for it. But if you qualify for a Roth IRA, guys, it's one of the best investment vehicles you can be putting money into, in my opinion. Like, again, I'm not your tax advisor. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a financial planner. I'm just a guy on YouTube who did what you want to do, right? I'm just a guy on YouTube who invested in real estate for 25 years. I invested in the stock market for 20 years on my own, built up a 7-figure net worth and retired. And now I make YouTube videos. So I'm not saying my way is the only way. I'm just giving you what my way is. If you want to create your own way, you can do that. I'm just a guy on YouTube, just giving my opinion. See, my channel is not about convincing you guys of anything. It's not about trying to convince you of something. My channel is about my opinion, right? I'm an expert in my own opinion. But it's not about convincing you to put your money in, use Webull. My channel is not about convincing you of anything. What my channel really is about is getting you to think. Right? It's getting you to think, getting you to start asking yourself the tough questions. I'm 35 years old. My net worth is here. When I'm 45 years old, where I want to be at financially, and how do I get there? See, that's what my channel really is about. It's getting you to start thinking about, how do I go from taking my active income, where I'm trading time for money, right? I'm going to a job or I'm going to my business. I'm trading 8 hours, 15 hours, whatever amount of time you're trading in order to get that check. See, that's active income. I did that for 25 years, so I know exactly what it is. The difference is, while I was doing that, I was taking that active income and I was investing it in assets that generate passive income. So at some point, I could walk away from giving 40 to 50 hours a week to some job, and I could buy all of that time back and control 100% of that time, because what did I do? I built assets that pay me for doing nothing, right? And then I also took it a step further. I took all the information that I had accumulated over the last 25 years and I turned it into a business. See, information, guys, is powerful. That's why you think you got so many people on YouTube. You got so many people on Instagram. You got everybody on TikTok. Everybody, everywhere you turn, everybody talking about finances and crypto and NFTs and coin. Everybody's talking about it now. Why? Because information is powerful. See, information is a new asset class, right? Along with audience. And so what people are doing is they're taking information, and a lot of these people don't even have any experience. What they do is they take information from a book, or they take information from a YouTube video, or they take information from someone who's paying them to read a script. And they're taking this information, they're bringing it to you, and they're pitching all kind of crazy stuff to you. And just because you see them driving a Lambo, or they got Fendi bags or Gucci bags or whatever, Louis Vuitton bags, and they take some picture in front of a jet, you think they're rich. You think they're millionaires, but they're not. What they're doing is they're just convincing you to pay them money to have access to this information that they've gotten from somewhere, right? So information is a powerful way for people to turn information into money. You just got to be careful the information you're letting in your ears and you're looking at with your eyes. See, that's the key. You got to be careful of the information you're allowing to come into your what? Filter system. And what is your filter system? Your brain. Your brain is nothing but a filter, right? It's nothing but a filter. What it does is all of this crap that comes in there, it filters it out, right? But here's the deal. Two things the filter system can control: positive thinking, negative thinking. So if I allow what? Negative into my filter, guess what my filter is going to spit back out? Negative, right? If I allow people to speak into my life that I'm not good enough, I'll never make it, I'm overweight, I'm poor, I'm broke, I'll never be anything. If I allow that stuff into my filter system, which is my brain, guess what my brain is going to do? It's gonna seek out and look for to validate all of that nonsense people are speaking into my life, right? That's why I try to tell you guys, watch who you're hanging around with. Watch who you allow to speak stuff into your life, because words are powerful. You got to remove those people. I don't care if it's family members. I don't care if it's your best friend. I don't care who it is. Love them from a distance. Because I'm telling you, if you allow negative into your filter system is going to push that negative back out and seek it out and find other negative to bring back in, because that's what you're programming it to do. But on the reverse side, if I program it to seek positive and I only accept positive into my life, right? I read positive. I listen to positive, right? I always do affirmations to myself. I'm great. I know I'm great. I'm the only person on this earth that's me. I'm unique. See, those are things, if you let that come into the filter system, guess what the filter system does? It pushes positive out, and guess what it does? It seeks validation and finding other positive out in the world. That's what I believe. I don't know. You may not believe that. You may think it's hocus pocus, but it's not, in my opinion. I'm telling you, who you're hanging around, please, whoever you're hanging around, be careful. You are an average of the 5 people you hang around. Think about that. You are an average of the 5 people you hang around. So be careful who you allow into your life, right? Make sure that these people want the best for you and they're not speaking negative stuff in your life, right? Find some people that will speak positive into your life, right? And then you'll start believing that. And once you believe it, you're going to be unstoppable. A lot of us just don't believe we deserve something. We got to start believing we do deserve it. And then we got to put action, right? We got to put action. We got this information, and then we put action with it. And then boom, things start to change in our life, right? But we cannot allow fear to do what? Steal our financial freedom, right? We can't allow fear to keep us from chasing our dreams and our goals, right? All right, a couple more. I'm already past my time, so let me answer a few more questions. Okay. I got started in the stock market last year because of your videos, Richard. My only regret with the stock market is not getting into it sooner. Webull is a great app to use. Thank you. Listen, man, I wish I would have got into investing at 18. I didn't. I started at 26, right? If you start at 35, if you start at 45, no problem. Guess what? You can still do it. You just got to put your plan together. You got to know what you want. You got to know what you're trying to accomplish. You got to know what the end result is, right? You got to know your target date. You got to know your target amount. You got to know your target net worth. And for those of you who have watched the videos, you kind of know what that is, or have had one-on-one sessions with me. You know what that is because I take you through those three things. You got to know those three things, guys, if you want to build wealth and get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You got to know your target date, you got to know your target amount, and you got to know your target net worth. If you don't know those three things, you're fooling yourself, right? You're fooling yourself. That's just like me jumping in my car and just starting driving. Don't have no clear pathway to where I'm going. I'm just going to drive. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know those things. But it's never too late. To answer your question, it's never too late, man. Stock market is about the future, right? It's about the future. Buying companies with your present day money and those companies growing in the future, growing, and then your money grows along with those companies because why? You're a part owner in those companies, right? As a shareholder, I'm a part owner in Amazon. I'm a part owner in Tesla. I'm a part owner in Facebook. I'm a part owner in all 500 companies in the S&P 500. I got a little teeny weeny grain of sand ownership in those companies, but I'm still an owner. So guess what? I want those companies to do well because as they do well, I do well. I increase my net worth every time they increase their net worth, right? So invest in companies, ETFs, index funds, S&P 500, total stock market, baseline. That's what you should be putting, in my opinion, the majority of your money in. What else we got here? And then we're gonna end this thing, man. Let's see. Please do more of these live streams. I will. I'll try to do more of them. Today was a day that it was on my heart, and I said, you know something, let me grab an hour and jump on here and let's see if we can get a few people in here and talk a little bit about, do you really want financial freedom, right? I keep telling you, you got to ask yourself that. Do I really want financial freedom? And more importantly, am I willing to pay the price? Because there's a price you got to pay, guys. You got to have some short-term pain in order to get what? Long-term gain. You're going to have some short-term pain, period. Now, unless you want to listen to one of these guys who want to come on here, oh, give me $30,000 and I'm going to sit you up with an Amazon automation system and you're going to make $100,000 a month. Listen, man, I'm telling you guys, ain't no shortcuts. I don't know why we don't get that through our heads. I don't know why we think there are shortcuts out there. Guys, ain't no shortcuts. Oh, I'm going to go buy me $20 worth of lottery tickets every single week. Guess what, man? You ain't gonna, listen, man. The lottery, 300 million to 1. Powerball, 300 million to 1 odds, guys. And y'all have heard me say this before. You're more likely to get struck by lightning twice in the same spot than to win the Powerball. That's not a financial plan. Winning the Powerball is not a financial plan. Chasing some fake guru is not a financial plan. I got an email from a subscriber today. Sent me an email and said, hey, this company, they want to teach me how to do trade and travel. They want to teach me how to do this, but I got to pay them $2,500. That's the beginning package. Now, if I want to go to the VIP package, got to pay them $10,000. Guys, are you out of your mind? What? Trade and travel? I'm going to pay you $12,500 so you can teach me how to do trade and travel? What is that? What are you going to teach me? How to go onto the internet and buy a plane ticket? I mean, you going to help me go onto the internet and figure out how to get points so I can pay for my hotel? Come on, man. What I'm telling you guys is there are no shortcuts. Stop looking for shortcuts. You're going to lose a lot of money. Trust me, guys, I've talked to hundreds of people in the last 2 years, since I've been doing this YouTube channel on the financial literacy, financial education angle. 2 years, I've talked to at least 400 people in my one-on-one sessions. And I'm telling you guys, at least 100 of them have stories of them paying people $3,500, $4,500, 10 grand, 30 grand, all to do what? Try to find a shortcut. Guys, ain't no shortcut, man. Please, if you don't get anything else out of this time we've spent together tonight, get this. There is no shortcut, guys. You're going to have to put a strategic plan in place. You're going to have some patience. You're going to have to discipline yourself, and you're going to have to be consistent. No matter how many times people may mention that in the comment section, I'm going to keep on preaching that. Why? Because I know it's important. I know it's important because 100 million people in this country don't have one dime in retirement savings. Not one dime. 100 million, guys. Go look it up. I ain't making this stuff up, man. 100 million people. That's a third of our population, adult population. Guys, I'm telling you, we got a problem here. One of it is consumerism, right? It's I gotta have it. I gotta keep up with my neighbor. He bought a BMW. I need one too. The guy at the job or the woman at the job, they just got a brand new Tahoe. I need a 2022 Tahoe too. How they get a Tahoe? I need a Tahoe. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, I got to get me a kilo chain. I saw one of my favorite YouTubers. He got a kilo chain. And since he got one, I need one because that's going to make me successful. No, that's going to make you broke. It's not going to make you successful. You listen to these guys on YouTube with these kilo chains and all these rings on every finger and all these cars and all this make-believe world. And guess what? They've got this make-believe world so that you can watch the videos, buy their little raffle tickets, and all of this crap that they try to sell you guys. You guys see all of this make-believe world that they fabricate for you, and then you think it's real. But it's not. It's fabricated. It's a movie set. It's all fake. It's on a faulty foundation. It's all predicated to fool you into doing what? Reaching into your pocket, taking your hard-earned money and giving it to them. That's what it is. Now, that's my opinion, right? Like I told you, it's not a convince you channel. This is a my opinion channel. So I get to make my own opinion, and you know I don't call no names, but y'all know who they are. Y'all watching, and I know you're watching because I can go right into YouTube, click on my analytics, look at my people who watch my videos, and guess what YouTube tells you? Here are the other videos they watching too, by the way, Richard. So I know who you're watching, and it's just what I'm trying to tell you guys. There is nothing wrong with trying to get inspiration from somebody, but don't get that confused with success. See, success, financial success, like I said, is filled with hard work. There ain't no shortcuts. See, I'm still, and guess what? I like watching their videos too because it's entertainment for me. Because I know better. See, I know better. It's just entertainment for me. I like watching it. It makes me laugh. I get a good laugh out of it. And not I'm not laughing at them. It's a show. It's just like me sitting up here watching Martin Lawrence or, Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle. That's what it's like to me. It's like me watching one of those guys in one of their acts on stage. That's what it is. It's just on stage because none of that's real, right? Don't get me wrong. The cars might be there, but I guarantee you, if you looked at their financial statement, a good majority of these guys would be in the red. Because guess what? If you stop watching and you stop buying, most of these guys don't have real hard, tangible assets that create income. You notice that, right? None of them really do. All they got is Lambos and kilo chains. But none of them really have any tangible, hard assets that they can show that generates revenue, income. So all I'm telling you is be careful who you listen to. Again, be careful who you listen to. Make sure you have a solid plan in place that takes your active income. You live on less than what you make. You got money left over at the end of the month. So if I'm making $3,000 a month, right, I want to manage that $3,000 a month. I want to live on two. And I want to have $1,000 every month left that I can go buy my favorite companies and my favorite ETFs and my favorite index funds so that every single month I'm growing my net worth and I'm creating an asset that at some point in the future will generate enough income so that I don't have to go trade time for money anymore. Or it'll generate enough net worth that I can now send my kid to college, or I can go buy my dream home. Whatever your goal is at the end of the rainbow, right? Everybody got something different in that pot at the end of the rainbow. Whatever is in your pot at the end of the rainbow, you use that net worth to get. Be careful with buying depreciating assets as you're in the building stage of wealth. Be careful with that. Because every time you go buy a depreciating asset or something that don't even make any sense, guess what? You're making somebody else wealthy. You're depriving yourself of your own rightful wealth. When you go take your dollars and you go buy a Gucci purse, or you take your dollars and go pair a pair of Jordans. I like Jordan, the greatest of all time, the GOAT. But guess what? Jordan is a billionaire. Jordan a billionaire. You and I are not. Right? So be careful where you're spending your money at. You should be taking that money, like I said, and then putting it in assets that build wealth. Now, once you build your wealth and you get to the enjoyment stage of wealth and you got enough assets that generate enough income, then guess what you can do? Now you can take some of that income and go buy some of these things that you want and not have to worry about anything. Why? Because your assets are going to continue to generate income. And you can take a part of that income and treat yourself. Take a nice vacation or two. Buy something nice for you. Whatever you want to do. I don't know what your why is, but whatever your why is, you're able to do that once you build wealth. You shouldn't be taking this active income and making somebody else wealthy at this point. Because guess what? You're going to always have to earn active income in order to live. You're not going to be able to never stop working. Right? I don't know. For me, guys, I wanted to stop working. I didn't want to. Let me clarify something. I still do exactly what I want to do. Right? But the only way I get to do that is because I did what? I disciplined myself. I became very consistent and I was patient. And month after month, year after year, I took my active income, I put it in real estate, I put it in the stock market. I kept this always learning. And then I would take what I learned and I would apply it. Sometimes I would make a mistake, but guess what I would do? Brush myself off, get back out there again. Didn't care, right? Because I know on failure is right here, right? Here's failure. Guess what's on the other side of failure? Success. See, failure is right here. I run into that failure wall, I fall down. I get back up, run into it again, I fall down. I get back up, I climb over it, boom, now I'm successful. So guys, don't allow fear to stop you, right? That's just an excuse, right? That's just an excuse we're making. You know something? Fear is what? What is fear? Be honest. Fear is a choice. It's a choice. I have the choice whether I want to have fear in my life or not. I make a choice if I want to let fear steal my financial future. I have a choice. You do too. Last question, and then we're going to be done, man, with this live. I appreciate you guys stopping in. I know I rambled on more than I should, but y'all know how I get when I get on my little tangent. You can tell I'm pretty passionate about this financial freedom thing, right? Preach, brother. We can link. I'm new starting out. No politics, no religion. Appreciate you, man. Prank Nation, appreciate you, man. What we got here, pain is just weakness leaving the body. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Can you please explain Burr? I can't explain Burr. I don't know. Listen, man, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there that Burr and all that. All I did was buy single family homes and put tenants in them. That's all I did. I didn't live in the house and rent out all the other rooms and all of that. I didn't do all of that. Now, I'm not saying that's not an effective method to build real estate. You can. That's not the method I use. I ain't want to be living with nobody I ain't know and all in the room. And I'm a pretty OCD kind of guy. I'm a neat freak. So I can't have people running all around my house because I want to get an extra couple $100. Again, I'm not minimizing that strategy. It's probably a really good strategy. It just wasn't a strategy I use, so I can't speak on it, right? But there are plenty of YouTube channels out there that do speak on it, and maybe you can pick up something from them. Let's see what we got. Kenneth Jackson. Richard, I thank you for saving me from buying that course because some of the information is free online. I salute you, brother. It's all online. It's all free. You just got to discipline yourself and take the time and go find it. But again, we're in this instant get to me now society. I want to cut corners. I don't want to do no work. I want to just wake up in the morning and be rich. That's the culture we live in, though. It's all information right on the internet. If you just take the time, discipline yourself, slow down a little bit, and take it step by step. GG. Thank you for the super chat, man. If you got a 30-year loan right now at 3.5 or 145, what would you do with it? I'm not sure I understand the question. You got a fixed rate for 30 years. What was the purpose of you purchasing the property? Are you going to live in it? Are you going to rent it? I mean, I don't know what you got the property. It looks like you got a great rate. You're locked in for 30 years. I don't know. Is it a rental property? Is it a primary residence? You got to give me a little bit more color around that. Let's see here. Okay, what do we got? Oh, goodness gracious, man. We 51 minutes in the. Okay, here's the deal, guys. I got to shut it down within an hour. So I'm going to go about 5 more minutes and then I'm going to have to sign off. But we're going to do more of these, though. So let me try to get to some questions because I know it's annoying when I don't. So let me see here. What we got here? I'm 18 and wanted to finance a Honda Civic 14 to build credit. Do you think it's a good idea to start off financing a car to build credit? No. What do you need to finance a car to build credit for? You don't need to finance a car to build credit. I mean, listen. Again, guys, it goes back to what your financial goals are. If my financial goals are to build wealth and create passive income, then every penny that I got, I'm going to be doing that to build wealth. Even if I got to go buy me $1,000 buy here, pay here, and little Beetle that I can drive around for $1,000, that's what I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy that $1,000 beater, and I'm gonna get from A to B the same way you're gonna get there in that 2014 Honda Civic. We're gonna get to A to B the same place, but you're gonna spend more. I'm gonna spend $1,000 cash, and I'm gonna be done. And then I'm gonna take every other dime I make, and I'm gonna build wealth. I'm gonna buy assets that create passive income. Not depreciating assets like cars that ain't gonna create nothing but some pain, some bills, some repairs, right? Some oil changes. Just be careful with that, guys. Be careful with that. Hi-Fi Trends. Appreciate you, man, for the super chat. Love the channel. About time I contribute. Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate your support. And man, I appreciate the super chat, right? Thank you. More on the way. Trust me, I ain't going nowhere. I regret getting my 2019 Rogue. Sell it. Ain't got to regret it. Just go sell it. I'm sure it's worth what you probably paid for. Or you might make a little money. Sell that thing, man. I keep trying to tell people, sell it all. If you're living in a house you can't afford, if you're driving a car, if you're living in a house, driving a car, buying crazy stuff, and you ain't building wealth, you need to sell all that crap and downsize so that you got money left over to build wealth. That's it. Don't regret, just sell it. Get rid of it. Like I said, go buy you something for cash that can still get you from A to B comfortably. You don't need to be in a 2019 Rogue. All right, what we got here? This is an old practice that's followed by Indian and Chinese community in the States when they were first, okay. I'm going to trust you on that. Let's see what we got here, and then we're going to be, what we got? Okay, we got about 5 minutes. If you had 100K, where would you start investing? Pretty simple, right? Can't buy no real estate with 100K right now, right? Not anything in the best location, so I can't do real estate right now. I got to put that on the back burner. So I'm going to take my 100K and do what? I'll put it in the market. Now, I ain't going to put the whole 100K in there. I'm going to keep me 6-12 months worth of emergency fund tucked away just so that I can sleep at night, I'm gonna keep me 6 to 12 months worth of my expenses. Right? So if I got the 100K and my expenses are $2,000 a month, I'm gonna take 24 grand. I'm gonna put it to the side, safe at the bank, FDIC insured, right? And then I'm gonna take the other 76,000, and I'm gonna put it in ETFs, right? I'm gonna take 50% of it. I'm gonna put it in an S&P 500 or a total stock market. Because why? I want to be in a broader based market. Now, keep in mind, this strategy depends on your age. If you're somebody that's close to retirement and you don't want to see fluctuations in your investment portfolio, then don't put it in the market. Find another option for it, maybe bonds or something like that, or high interest CDs at the bank. But if you're a person that has 5, 10, 15, 20 years before you want to get to where you're going to get to, and you want to try to build this thing into something great, then I would take 50% of that 76,000. I'd put it in a broad-based ETF or index fund like the S&P or total stock market. I take 30% and I go find my favorite sector. I don't care if it's healthcare, consumer discretionary, energy, tech, real estate, whatever sector you like and you believe will be worth more tomorrow than it is today. I'd put 30% in an ETF with the big boy companies in that sector. The reason I like Vanguard is, and I like Vanguard healthcare ETF, because they got 30 or 40 of the biggest players in pharmaceuticals and in the hospital business in that fund, right? And it does very well. But there are many other funds out there. But that's what I would do. And then I would take the last 20% if I want to pick some individual stocks of that 76 grand, and I buy. And those will be my 3 investments for my 76, and it'll be long term. And I got my 24 grand over here on the sideline to protect me just in case I get sick, I hit a bump in the road, lose my job. I got 12 months of my expenses ready to go. So that'll help me sleep better at night. Do you think it's smart to, okay, where we at? 2 minutes. Do you think it's smart decision to buy a 2000? Man, I don't even want to even talk about that. You talking about buying a Tesla? Listen, man, if you're buying it with your active income, you don't need to buy it. The only way you buy a Tesla for that price is do what? You better have some investments that'll create passive income to pay for it. Why would I go buy a 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100,000 Tesla when I'm still in the building stage of wealth? I know. Why would I do that? I wouldn't do that. I hope I wouldn't do it. While I'm in the building stage of wealth, I just need to have a basic car that can get me from A to B that I own free and clear. Now, if I got to finance, I just got no other choice, then I'm going to get the cheapest, most reliable thing I can find and finance that if I got to. If I just don't got no money, if I ain't got $3,000 to buy me a car, boom. And I got to finance it, I'm going to go get the cheapest thing I can find, but most reliable. Because guess what? I just want to get from A to B. And then I build my wealth, and then I circle back around when I built my net worth to where I want it. Then I can circle back around and go buy me a Tesla or go buy me a Benz or a BMW or whatever else I want, right? But while I'm in the building stage of wealth, ain't nowhere in the world I'd be buying any of that crap. Why? Because I'm making somebody else wealthy. BMW is wealthy already, if you didn't know that. Tesla, what's his name? Elon Musk, he's a trillionaire. He almost a trillionaire. He's wealthy. So you're right here buying his car. This guy is this guy got over $100 billion, man. But you want to go buy one of his cars. Again, man, I ain't knocking Tesla. I like Tesla. But let's put it in the right perspective, guys. We're talking about building wealth here. We're talking about buying 100% of our time back. We're talking about controlling our own financial destiny. Being able to pursue and do the things that are most important to us in our life and not have to worry about how we're going to pay for it. But you want to give that up for a Tesla. Come on, man. Come on. Right here. Right here. So you wait to buy rental properties at the moment. I would wait. That don't mean you got to wait. I would wait because, see, I'm looking for a different type of, I'm looking to get a 10% cash on cash return on my price. If I'm gonna put my money in real estate, I need to get a 10% cash on cash return. Now, if I can't get that 10% cash on cash return, then I probably will say, no, let me wait till I can get it. Guys, real estate ain't going nowhere. I don't know why everybody in a rush. Oh, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. No, you don't. Just wait. Trust me. What goes up eventually will come down. And that's the time to buy. See, that's what I tell people in the stock market. Everybody want to buy when it's going like this. Yes, guys, when it's going up in value, that's the wrong time to buy. No, not from a dollar cost average standpoint. Now, when you dollar cost averaging in, you buy every single month worth is up or down, because what you're trying to do with dollar cost averaging is some months you buy low, some months you buy a little higher, some months you buy low, and then over time it averages itself out. But what I'm talking about is someone sitting on the sideline with $10,000 and like, I'm gonna wait. Oh, it's going up. Now I'm gonna put my 10 in. That's the wrong time to put your 10 in. Where you should be putting your 10 in my opinion, is when it's going down. As long as you got a long-term hold pattern. See, when it's going down, you can buy the dip. And then when it turns itself around and goes back up, that's where you build your wealth. You bought here, it goes here. All that in between is you building your wealth, a little ladder. Your wealth, you climbing up the staircase to your wealth. Right on that little ladder. Just right up on the little ladder. So buy when it's appropriate for you. For me right now, it's not appropriate to buy real estate because it does not make sense, the prices people are asking. It's a seller's market. Now, if I want to buy anyways, then I need to buy the very best location I can buy in a seller's market, because that's the only thing that'll protect you when this thing corrects itself. So if I gotta buy, say I got 1031 money, and I got 90 days, 180 days, whatever it is, in order to deploy that money, or I'm gonna get taxed. Then yes, you got 1031 money, you got to buy in a certain period of time. They don't care if the market's up or down, you got to buy or you're going to get taxed. In that instance, yes, you buy the very best location you can buy, because that's the only thing will protect you when the market corrects itself. Wherever people have a desire to be, wherever people have a desire to live, wherever people have a desire to congregate, wherever people have a desire to vacation, those are the locations you buy real estate in. Because it protects you. Because people they're gonna go there regardless if the economy is bad or good. People are gonna want to still live there. There's still gonna be a population of people that will be wealthy enough to live there, or will have jobs, or will have whatever they got. They built their wealth and they got money to live there. So buying the best location you can buy. All right, guys, I'm past my hour. I got to get out of here. If you buy or invest for rent, tenants maybe. Yeah, definitely can buy. Put you some tenants in there. Hopefully the rent is commensurate enough to pay all your expenses and then put a little bit of cash flow in your pocket. Hopefully, right? Somebody sent me who was that? Durant Bradshaw. Appreciate you, man. I have a question. What is your opinion on adding to my American Express portfolio? I already have the business platinum card. I was thinking of adding the Marriott Bonvoy business card to American Express portfolio as well. Again, man, I don't know the purpose of the credit cards. I mean, if I'm just using them to build points or get rewards or air miles, if that's important to you, sure, nothing wrong with that. But outside of that, I'm not sure how you're using the business credit cards to do what? Make money. See, for me, it's all about making money, man. If I got a business, I need to figure out, how do I maximize the amount of money I can make? And how do I minimize, right? How do I minimize my expenses so I can have profit? Now, don't get me wrong. There are ways from a tax standpoint to have expenses so that you don't pay more than your fair share of taxes. But the goal is with a business is to be profitable. So I'm not sure how the credit cards, how you'll use those, but hopefully you're using them as a tool to increase your revenue and hopefully increase what? Your profit, your profitability of your company. And if you're doing that, by all means, man, use them as a tool, because credit cards are a financial tool if we use them properly, right? If we use them properly, they're a financial tool. And that's what I talk about in credit card arbitrage in my videos I talk about. That can be business credit cards, personal credit cards. If we use them as a tool to build wealth, they're great instruments for that. So if you're using it for that purpose and you can get you more availability, more credit limit, so that you can then take that credit limit and turn it into cash and turn it into more income through the business, then man, knock yourself out. Go get it. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, that's it, guys. All right, I'm signing off, guys. I appreciate you, man. I think we had almost 500 people in here at the peak of this thing. So you guys have really hung around and did well. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to get on these things a little bit more often, man. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm just a regular guy. You see me, I don't even shave, man. Why? See, but when you're financially free and you control 100% of your time, you control your own financial destiny. Guess what? It don't matter. I don't care what nobody think I look like. I'm free. I can do whatever I want to do, right? Ain't got to worry about nobody saying nothing to me. Ain't got to clock in. I ain't got to go to no job. I ain't got to go to nothing. All I got to do is live my life to the fullest and enjoy it. And you can have the same thing. You can have the same thing. Remember, guys, you're great. You got greatness inside of you. You're unique. There is nobody else on this planet like you. Please believe that. Nobody else on this planet like you. That makes you special. You are special. And never let anybody take that from you. I don't care who they are. Right? Never let anybody take that from you. Peace.